to the Fourth and Go podcast. This is our man AP, also known as Timeouts and Tangents, and my boy Paul bringing us some baseball action and some knowledge, and teaching your boy Austin a couple of things. So obviously, as y'all know, I have two personalities on the internet, right? One of them is not literally, right? So I'm not crazy. I do go by two different spellings of my name,
Nah, he's
as
secretly
most people know.
schizophrenic.
Yeah, literally. A little Kanye West action going over here, but um, no. So y'all will know me mostly as Austin Taylor. That's my first and last name. That's who I am. That's who I was born, and that's what my mama named me. Right. You'll also know me as a little lower level, right? Fourth and Go Pod, as we're starting to get some traction there on the social media platforms. So I just really want to start it off tonight and get some action going and talking about some of the things that we've been talking about these last couple weeks. Um, Talk a little bit about Lane and the presser and what y'all's kind of highlights, what you wanted to bring up from that, and really what caught you off guard. I don't think a lot of it did personally. I think Lane is exactly who I thought he would be when he had LSU behind him. Um, he's more bold. He has a stronger presence, right? There's more action in the way that he does things. So really, just give me from you guys some insight, and then I'll give y'all some of mine as well.
Well, from that
Yeah.
presser just kind of cemented all of my thoughts, all of my judgments that I kind of had as to where this thing was headed.
Right.
Um, I knew that he was taking an approach to try to treat this as a professional organization.
Hmm.
Like, this isn't a college football program anymore. Like, this
No.
is a pro team, and he's doing it from the front office to the field. And the things that he highlighted, two key things that he highlighted specifically that stood out to me the most was evaluation and his approach to how he pays people. Your salary isn't determined based off of what you've done. It's based off of what you're earning. And you need to earn it every time your feet hit that field. You need to coach it every time your feet hit that field. You aren't paid based off of what you did last season. That's irrelevant. Don't care. And if you don't live up to your contract just because you have it, that doesn't mean that you're playing. And I absolutely love that about it. You
or
just
coaching
because
anymore.
that part, just
Thank you.
because you signed this big deal doesn't mean that you are entitled to remain here. Period. And the evaluation aspect of it is, I think, the key that a lot of people skipped over from the jump. And I knew that was the difference maker for me when it came to Lane Kiffin, because if you look at what we did with Brian Kelly, and the third thing, there's the third thing too I forgot to mention. When you look at what we did under Brian Kelly, we had good recruiting classes. He was bringing in some good portal classes. We had the number one portal class last year. We spent $18 million on a roster. It was the most spent in college football last year, so as they say. But at the end of it all, what did it get us? It got us 7-6. And I think the piece that was missing for Brian Kelly was the fact that he didn't evaluate enough for the depth. He went for frontline players, trusting his high school evaluation and his coaches for development, and not really assessing and evaluating what he already had on the roster and utilizing the tools around him to supplement and build necessary depth. I talked about this earlier with Fave on the pod. That depth is important because what are you training against during spring and summer?
Yeah.
Yourself.
Yeah.
If your depth isn't good, you can't get a true assessment as to what your team is. And it's why under Brian Kelly, the first 3 weeks of the season, the team looked like they were still trying to find themselves.
Hmm.
And it's because they were.
Yeah.
He didn't know how to evaluate his team. And if you
No,
can't
not at all.
evaluate your own team, then you damn sure can't evaluate the roster that you're bringing in to build that team.
I
So
Yeah.
don't think he
that
evaluated his team.
No, I don't think he did at all. And y'all are down there. Y'all are more active. So Paul, Paul, give us some insight into what you just said.
We all know the rumors. We all hear about
Yeah,
the golf
allegedly.
rounds, the trips that were validated to Florida. We know all this, right?
Uh,
And this ties into something that from Lane's presser. That's kind of funny to me. And my favorite part of the presser. Lane kind of poo-pooed, not to cuss, poo-pooed on Baton Rouge, and no one cared. He legitimately said, I didn't come to LSU from Baton Rouge. Are you kidding me?
yeah,
But then I came here and it's great. If
yeah.
Brian Kelly would have said that,
Oh,
they would have been for sale signs in his yard.
burnt at the
We're
stake.
good at doing that.
Yeah,
But it's the momentum he's building. And they know he's not going to say, he's not going to take no. He's going to fly his ass straight to Knoxville. He's going to send Glasscock to Atlanta to go get the guys he wants. It's like, what's stopping you?
yeah,
When he has guys come to the facility, Todd Benefield come to the facility. Everybody wanted Todd Benefield. You're not leaving. I'm not going to give you a reason to leave. You're not going to
yeah,
have one.
yeah.
And with Brian Kelly, I think it's so we talk about Nick Saban and his core guys telling him, hey, LSU's the place to be. This is where the NFL draws the most talent. The talent state's amazing. You're the only P4 program. We hear all that. Do you not
Right.
think every coach in the country hears the same thing? They
Oh,
all know
100%.
that. Brian Kelly had to get convinced to come twice. Scott failed the first time, then got him. And it was Polian that got him to come. We all know what he did here. He thought he could come in. He thought he would win a national championship and he could sail off. He never expected to spend 10 years here. And he didn't have the fight in him anymore. And Lane has nothing but fight.
Right. Right. And he said, I mean, he said it in the presser, right? He's an ultimate. He's one of, I tweeted something out earlier today, which was a meme of Kobe saying, we're not finished, right? Lane is an ultimate competitor. When you talk about, basketball, right? Michael Jordan's, Kobe Bryant's from a mentality, right? There's one player I won't name in there that's one of the GOATs, right? But like I don't feel like that killer mentality is there.
No.
As a Kobe fan, I just don't feel like it is, right?
It's not.
Lane
It's
has
not.
shown, and I think a switch has flipped in his brain that has given him more of that Nick Saban mentality that he has had. Now, I don't think you see
I
it.
don't.
Go ahead.
Not to cut you off, Austin. I don't think
What's up?
that the switch has flipped. I think the
No.
switch has always been there.
I think it's always been there for sure.
He just never
He just never had the right brand.
He just never had the right brand behind it to
Paul.
push it.
He's
And I'm gonna tell
always
you
been.
why.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you why. And it's because, like I said, I've been following Lane well before
Longer than me. I'll say that.
well before LSU.
I hated him.
Even before. I've loved Lane Kiffin.
I loved his offense. I hate him as a person because he wasn't here.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you why I loved him. He is the CD Deuce of coaching. You hate him when he's playing against you. You love him when he's on your team. I love players like that because you know one thing that they're not gonna do. They're not gonna not fight. They don't know how not to fight.
Yeah.
And I respect that more than anything. Lane
Right.
Kiffin would get on a plane and randomly land in New Orleans on Tuesday and shoot and tweet a photo that he's in New Orleans.
Just because.
And people would be wondering, what the hell is he doing here? I can
Right.
tell you right now, Lane Kiffin made more trips to New Orleans and is more familiar with the coaching staffs in high school football in New Orleans than Brian Kelly ever was. And that goes back to his days at Alabama.
Yeah.
So when people were upset about Frank Wilson leaving and losing the job, and we
Praise
need a
Jesus.
guy with New Orleans connections, and who's going to recruit New Orleans? Hey, stupid, you got the coach.
Yeah. And it's like Frank was never even here. The connections that Lane's been able to make. Paul, go ahead.
First off, Austin, I don't know if you realize I've nicknamed AP Reverend Go. It's done.
It's the Reverend.
He's preaching, son. One thing I disagree with you on. I agree with the fact that the switch was always flipped. Let's kind of backtrack Lane's career.
Go ahead.
Why did he go to Bama? What did he get?
He got too
What did he
high on
committed
himself.
to? He got committed to the coach and rehab program.
Yeah. He got too high on himself. He got too high on his own supply.
Nick Saban knocked his ass down.
And Nick Saban knocked him down more whenever he pissed him off. And he told
And
him
he fired him.
they knew he was going to LSU. He knew he was coming here for OC. And he said, hey, Sexton, don't let him go to LSU. You better
Wait.
get him nowhere in FAU.
Wait, Paul,
Then he gets
can
to
Can I launch a counter to that?
Paul,
I'm not
How
done.
you know, this is I know, but this is how this kind of proves my point though, because yeah, he got too high on himself. Why? Because the switch was flipped a little bit too high up.
No,
And I'm
let me
because
finish.
when you're a killer, there's nothing you can't do, right?
Oh,
Let
no.
me finish. Let
I
me
can
finish.
go to Tennessee and leave in a year and go to USC and win there. But yeah, you did it wrong and you did it bad and you weren't ready for it. Like you
Yeah,
were
I'm
just a
gonna
little
get there.
bit too far. No, go ahead.
So, yeah, Lane was, and look, he'll talk. He talks about his sobriety. He was high on himself and on that white powder, and he was loving life. And he got to FAU, and he hated it. I promise you, he hated being there with a passion. That's why he went to Ole Miss. And Ole Miss, hey, yeah, he fixed his life. He found a way to divide that switch, to turn it off at home, turn it on. But he was in third gear. He didn't have the resources. He didn't recruit high school in Mississippi. You know why? Nobody there is worth recruiting. And he was focusing on himself. And he knew he had the right coaches, Kevin Smith, George McDonald, Pete Golding, credit.
Right.
He had the guys who could bring the talent. Then Auburn job comes up. And he's rumored for that. Ole Miss fans didn't hate him then. They said the same chant of "We want Kiffin." That's how it was in Oxford at that time. He stays at Ole Miss. He talks about it in the documentary how he woke up 7 a.m. I think it was Landry walks in and goes, "Dad, it's not time." And he stays. And he ingratiates himself more into the school, into the community. LSU job comes up. What? Wait, hold on. What job's open? And Ole Miss fans are going, there ain't no way. There ain't no way. You knew that.
They already knew.
They already knew. And now they hate him. And that's what pushed it into fifth gear.
Yeah. And now
he saw everybody go, he didn't do it. He needed Pete Golding. Look at the record before Pete Golding got there. He can't recruit. He won't recruit. Now he's looking at it going, try me, bitch.
When you look at that presser,
who's the hoe now?
It's
Aro.
When you look at that presser, I love the fact that he didn't name them. That's how much he doesn't respect them.
He finally let it go. No.
He let it go. No. Not
turn the page.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's not about respect anymore. It's about, okay, like, I'm over you. Like, we all have exes, right?
Yeah.
We've all been in previous relationships, dealt with other people.
My wife's not watching this. I was always single, honey. You were my first.
Look, my wife is a saint. Okay, she can do no wrong, and I can tell you why she's a saint, because she dealt with me. She grew me up. My wife has been with me since I was 17 years old, and I can sit here as a grown man and tell you she wasn't my first wife, and she had to stick through that. She stuck through. She watched me marry someone else.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So she knows the failures I've made, the poor decisions I've made, the immature things I've done. But even in that, I don't say my ex's names. One, why? Because one, I'm with my wife. They don't deserve that respect. And two, I'm over them. There's no need for me to even talk about you. Had someone not brought it up, I wouldn't even be talking about this right now. And that's what Lane Kiffin was saying in that press conference.
Yeah.
The other place that we were at, the only reason why I'm bringing this up is because it fits into the narrative of the story that I'm saying, but I'm not going to say their name because I'm over them.
Yeah.
I'm over them. They're done. They're in the past. It's over with. They are where they are. They got who they got with. They did what they needed to do, and so did I.
Yeah.
And here we are now in this time and in this moment. like you said, Paul, the switch is up to 5, but it's not because of them. It's because of him. And I think he passed on that Auburn job for a multitude of reasons. One, he wasn't ready.
No.
Two, look at the resources and the turmoil that Auburn's always in. And three, who really wants to be going head to head with Bama like that
One,
all the time?
Nick
and I'm gonna
Saban
add,
at the time.
and I'm gonna add a fourth.
Nick,
I'm gonna add a fourth too about him coming to Baton Rouge. And I know it's kind of off track of what you're talking about.
no, go
But
ahead.
how strong of a man in your sobriety, right? Having friends out there who deal with this, not me, but friends. How strong
Same.
of a person and where you've gotten in your sobriety do you have to be to come to Baton Rouge?
Very strong. To
I'm just
come to
What
saying
Louisiana.
college program drinks towns
more.
dry?
Nobody does it like us, right?
To come to
Nobody.
Louisiana, period.
Period.
Bro, you
Right?
go to the baseball scrimmages. You haven't been. You walk in there. The first day I walk in there, I sit down near the first base dugout. That's my little spot I like to sit. These two old guys walk in with 2 soft pack ice chests. Foot up on the railing. What's up? Like, bro, you
They're
can't
already
bring
going.
alcohol in here. Guess what? No one's telling them nothing.
Nope.
Right.
Nope. And that's the other part of Lane coming here that I think people haven't noticed or haven't realized, and I think they have now. He put them all on notice, right? Like, y'all don't know who you're fucking with, right? Excuse my language, but I'm just gonna say it, right?
Hey, it's
You don't
eight
know who
o'clock
show.
at night.
It's
Put
your
the
show.
wives and kids to
you don't.
bed.
Yeah, my
Dinner
kids are in the
time is
other
being
room
served.
watching probably
Right,
ping
like-
pong, right? But like, you don't
Right.
know who you're fucking with. You don't understand what comes with these 3 letters on your chest, and it's about damn time that we don't have to do what we talked about the other day, celebrating 2019 because it comes every 3 to 5 years, right? We're about to. Hey, all I gotta say is Mike Tyson's in this bitch now.
And that's what I
Become
was trying
talking
to
crazy,
get at.
right?
That's what I was trying to get at. I think it's both. I think he's over his ex. He
Yeah,
turned the page. He showed the love during the ice storm, all that
Yep.
good jazz.
yeah,
But he looks at it and goes, girl, I got you when you were 30 pounds overweight and I brought you to hot yoga and got
Yeah.
you fit and got you right. And now you want to tell me I wasn't worth it and I can't do anything? Oh, I'm not letting you date up.
that's
Keep
facts.
Pete Golding.
Yep, keep
I'm
'em.
about to hurt you. I'm
Keep
going to marry. I'm going to go grab Anna De Armas. You can have Honey Boo Boo. I'm going to go get Anna De Armas.
Yeah, that's facts. And I think that it goes to just show, one thing that I've been talking about too in all of this is he doesn't care about who's playing, right? Or how much they pay him. He wants the best players. And I think that's where the mentality really like I see your face, Paul, but what he said I've been saying, right? Like Lane showed last year with his quarterbacks, right? That he didn't care how much he was paying you, right? The best player is going to play. Whoever's going to win, and I think that is even more solidified now. And I know we just changed the subject again, right? But like, I think it's even more solidified now than it was at Ole Miss because there's expectations here, right? You could have been at Ole Miss for 6 years, and they could have won 8 games, and they still would have been happy, right?
Lane Kiffin could have stayed at Ole Miss and went 7-6 for the next 3 years, and they'd have gave him a contract.
And he still would have the job.
They
That ain't
gave
gonna
him a
happen
contract
here.
extension.
Let's, if you don't mind, Austin, let's expand on that. That's something
Take it.
I've been
Take it,
wanting to
brother.
talk
Go ahead.
about. I want us all to get involved in this because I think it's something that we haven't truly discussed as a fan base yet.
What's up?
Expectations.
Yeah, and that's where we're at, right?
Mine changed when we got Jordan Seaton,
Yeah, same.
Mine didn't.
right? Mine did, hope wise. My concrete expectations isn't a playoff next year.
Excuse me
Amen.
while I look for something.
Oh, here we
No,
go.
do it. It's not whenever he came here, I knew he was going to bring in talent. I knew he was going to bring in transfers. Do you know how hard it is to get a group of guys getting paid money now? I don't care what anybody says. You give a kid $4 million. Look what happened with Garrett.
Fucking outrageous.
You give that kind of money to a kid, and they're not gonna. Oh, I'm good. I'm a $4 million quarterback.
Yeah.
All right. There's few and far between that it won't change. Like A Mansour Delane, I don't know what his NIL package was like, but I'm sure he got
That
paid.
motherfucker balled out.
DJ Pickett's probably paid well, but like that also revolves around the coaching, who they have in their room. But I think we're getting a little. We're kind of turned into FAU lane, into Bama lane, where we're like, whoo, Sam Levin, Jordan's, and Barry's back. Oh, and we're going. And it's like,
I'm gonna show
guys,
this on the camera.
Blake Baker.
What is that
that's
bottom?
facts.
That's December 5th. That's before we had a roster.
Yeah.
That's before we had.
don't you think that's a little much though?
I'm gonna tell you why. To win a championship, it's not just about the guys in the locker. And even to compete for a championship, it's not just about the guys in the locker room. That starts in the coaching staff. That starts in coaching staff meetings. You have so much continuity on this team, it's ridiculous.
On the defensive
Kiffin
side,
and offense too. Kiffin and Charlie Weiss have been together since Bama days.
They're
new
you don't
to
have the
Baton Rouge,
continuity
not
in
to
the
each
building.
They're new to Baton Rouge, not to each other. Offensive and defensive staffs don't really intermingle that much anyway.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about players in the building as a program.
Hear what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying. I'm starting with the staff first, though, because every year now in this college football scenario, your teams are going to change every single year.
Right.
The 23 LSU team was completely different from the 22 LSU team.
Right.
The 24 LSU team was completely different from the 23 team. We are so trained to grow with the team on a 4 or 5 year run. That's not the case. This is more like NFL, where it's season to season. You're turning over 30 guys. That's what this is going to be. So the continuity, as far as the locker room is concerned, is irrelevant until you have the coaching staff in place. If you have a lot of upheaval within your coaching staff, then that's when things get shaky. If Lane didn't bring in all of the offensive staff that he brought in, and then had to turn over the defensive side of the ball as well, let's say he would have lost Blake Baker, Kevin Peoples, and then had to get another safeties coach and possibly Corey Raymond. Then you're telling me right now, off the gate, this is 8 at the best. The ceiling's 8-4. The floor is 8-4. Vegas has this team right now set at the over under at 9.5. They're winning
9.5 games.
Vegas does. Vegas has the over under at 9.5 before we even started lifting the weight.
Right.
Before the roster was even set. That was before signing day. So yeah, once we got Blake Baker back in the boat, the continuity on offense was solidified. Only coach that Lane had to go get was Eric Wolford. And guess what? He's familiar with Eric Wolford because he came from who?
Bama.
Saban. Bama. Yeah.
Nick Saban.
And they brought back the
then
other
you
coach.
Bring in, and then you bring in James Craig, who was already here at LSU and built a Joe Moore winning offensive line on his campus.
And you see how they built the offensive line staff, like they built the wide receiver staff. I don't think anybody really realized it like they did.
Outerior. Yes, they broke it down.
Yeah. So if you look at how they have 2 wide receiver coaches, your exterior, your outside wide receivers, inside, right? That's what I think 100% they're doing with James Craig and Eric Wolford, because Eric Wolford has been dominant with guards.
I've seen this happen in real life at Edna Carr. Edna Carr has 2 offensive line coaches. They have a CGG coach, a center guard center, and a tackles coach.
Yeah, and I think that
that's why their offensive line is so good.
You see Vandy's O-line last year and how they have so many. They coach the O-line differently, right? Bringing James Craig in here fills a gap if anything happens from a coaching standpoint, where you say, hey, I already have a coach in the building that's recruited the players, and I got 2 to 3 years out of all of these players I got in the transfer portal. So guess what I have now? Let that coach walk out the building and leave. Let him go get an NFL job. I'm going to hire somebody else. I'm going to promote you. I'm going to take the next Nick Saban person or somebody who coached under whoever, right? And they're going to come in and the players are already recruited to stay, right? The depth is there. Like, I don't think that's so minute. It's such a small detail that I don't think we focus on enough.
They're sleeping on the Ty Hatcher pickup from Georgia too.
Bro.
That was pivotal. That was pivotal, and not too many people are talking about that enough.
I heard one person talk about it.
And look, I'm not even going to sit up here and say that he's the heir apparent to Charlie Weiss, because honestly, you got multiple people in that building who can fulfill that role.
Yeah.
But the fact that you went and got that guy,
yeah,
and potentially set yourself up for him to be that guy.
Let me see if I can find this.
And you're giving him a full season to sit not just at the feet of Charlie Weiss
and learn,
but to sit at the feet of Lane Kiffin and learn how Lane wants his offense to be ran.
And
go ahead, Paul.
Let me bring up something I got a conversation about today at the ballpark. We're talking about Lane. We're talking about Jay as a coach and as a person. And I sat back and I thought about it. I'm like, okay, what's great about Lane right now? We all love him because he's ingratiating himself with the culture. He's not diving in, though. Who's diving in? George McDonald.
Kevin Smith.
Mm-hmm. All these guys who are new to the area, like Eric Wolford, recruited Louisiana, he's known here. James Craig was at LSU. They have guys who are already here. Kevin Smith's the one on a Tuesday, bumping, set it off, driving down the interstate, going, I like it. And Lane doesn't have to be the guy going, I want to go to Billy's. I promise you, Lane did not want to go get Boudin. Kevin Smith wanted Boudin because, you know what, this would be a great moment. And it's kind of dissimilar to Jay. Jay doesn't go and post pictures on Twitter. He doesn't go out there and make his. Jay is very much. Jay and Lane are very same in the fact that they're going to compete for who can spend the most hours in the office.
Yep.
But Lane knew he had to kind of buy into the program, and I wonder if that, when it does slack a little bit, because he can't keep this pace as far as interacting with the state and the culture as much forever. It's not possible.
Oh, it's gonna cut off once they hit the field in spring.
Well, no, I'm talking about what you got there. Making future moves now.
Oh yeah. I remember when you.
So
when you
so whenever I tweeted, this is what I was talking about, the Georgia guy.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know if you could read it, Paul, but sorry.
I can read it. I can read it.
I got you.
What is our fan base going to do? I hope we don't turn into who we usually are and go, why is Lane backing off? I hope we kind of take that Jay Johnson step where it's like, oh, he's working. Leave him alone. Trust him.
Yeah, he's fucking.
It's sad that I have to come out and still on AP's podcast and go, wait till tax day.
I heard you. Yeah, like y'all are tripping. They're freaking out for nothing.
Well, it's not
because there's no action, you know.
And we got Baldy sitting at the top of the radio broadcast, going telling everybody, "He's last miles. He just doesn't need grass."
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Talking about Lane or talking about Jay?
Jay, but
he's so full of shit.
But Lane knows the guys to bring in here who's going to bring that culture around him and ingratiate the state.
Right.
Lane has to worry about boosters.
Yep.
And do you think he went to a Houston basketball game with Fertitta guy for football only?
Fuck. No. I mean, Blake Fertitta graduated from LSU.
But Lane likes basketball, but do you think he was only talking basketball? I'm pretty sure Verge is saying,
that's why he went.
Hey, we're gonna find
you need to go meet
man.
You need to go talk to Blake. I need you to go talk to Blake. Go. Not his dad's gonna always give money to Houston. I need to go talk to his son who graduated from LSU, who's the heir to this billionaire throne. Go talk to him.
To get into that too.
Oh, we definitely
gonna get into that. We got time.
But this, if anyone gets upset at the fact that Lane isn't as involved in the state, go touch grass, because I'm pretty sure you're not as involved with the state.
And I'm gonna tell you this: when you thought Frank Wilson was the only motherfucker who could recruit it, what you got to say now?
Shut up. What we needed to see was exactly what we saw. The
Yeah.
man got off the plane, and Lamar Brown was in his office.
Yeah, and he
Once
said it in
Lamar
his
Brown
presser.
left, he was on the phone with Richard Anderson. Okay, when he
And
was
The only
able to
reason
get on
he
the road
wasn't
and go
there
to
is because he got somewhere to be.
yeah,
right,
he had a football game
he
to play.
he had a yeah they were getting ready for state,
Yeah.
so but
But my
the,
biggest thing too. Go ahead, AP. Finish
and,
up.
and 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 then once he was able to get on the road and start visiting high schools, the first school he went to was Edna Carr. I can tell you for a fact,
That man was in there.
no head coach from the Louisiana State University has graced that Carr Building's campus since before 2020 when the new building opened.
Ed Odinga?
He went,
Before
but
the new building opened.
you got to think COVID happened then too.
You got
So they weren't letting them do
COVID
visits
happened
like
in
that.
2020. Edo got fired in 21. No head coach has been in that building since.
Which is outrageous because of all the talent that's come out of there and gone
The
outside of the
number
state.
one program in your state, in your high school football, your college football coach is not going to that school.
Yeah, that's outrageous.
That should be a fireable offense for cause alone.
I'm taking a breath. I'm not disagreeing. I'm taking a breath, so I'm getting mad.
Because not only that,
understand.
you don't even take the time to go to any school in New Orleans. I graduated from Brother Martin. I'm an alumni. You got 5-star Eastern Royal, who's been
Goodness
there since a
gracious.
freshman, lighting it up. Zyron 4-star, who me and Faith didn't get into it because we wanted to keep it focused on LSU. I met Zyron 4-star when he was a 13-year-old kid training with my son with Faith at Jesuit. He never met Brian Kelly at his school.
Yeah, any coach that says that you have to set a business meeting essentially with them in order for you to meet them is
No, to make a phone call.
a phone call.
Brian
You got to
Kelly,
set an appointment.
So
Shit's
Brian
fucking
Kelly's
outrageous, man.
recruitment was he's the closer. You
Only thing
can't
he's
close
closed on
anything
is
if
his
the
realtor.
door's not open.
And the door only gets open when you do something. You got to get off your ass to do something. Got to get off that golf course to do something. Stop laying on the beaches and running with that O.
Average score
So
of
if-
100. Terrible.
If you are upset when you don't see Lane Kiffin out in the streets anymore,
Oh,
do
man.
me a favor and go outside into the streets.
Hey, and you
You
might
go
find-
outside for him, please.
Yeah, I'll go. Hey,
Go get some fresh air. Put your phone down. Do something productive, and go touch some grass because your coach is working. He probably hasn't even slept in the house that they got for him yet.
Go send a tweet to ATG, see if he's at the building.
yeah, that's facts. You can go check
I
it.
don't even want you to send a tweet. Go outside. That's the problem. You're on Twitter a little bit too much. And even worse, you probably aren't following any one of us at that who can let you know that the coach is working.
Yeah. And with that being said, go like, subscribe to all of us.
Right now.
Put it
Be
in there.
useful.
Go do it.
Hit the button.
Because you know you're scrolling anyways while you're listening to it.
You're hating on us anyway. You might as well. You're hating and helping.
Just go do it.
You're engaging with the content, so go do it and then go touch some grass because
Facts.
your coach is about to get to work.
Well, and
This
I'll
will
say
probably
this.
be the last month that we see him active until June.
Yeah, and I'll say this.
Mm-mm.
Y'all got to understand that we're blessed to be in a fan base that has another team that can keep us occupied for the next however fucking long. Right? Like I was just telling AP on the phone earlier today. Like I genuinely, why do we always have to spend outrageous dollars on vacations? Why can't we just go to Omaha and take the kids and go watch
Oh, I had a
LSU
dude
baseball?
tell
'Cause
me
we,
today.
brother,
I had a
what?
dude tell me today. He's like,
We
Oh,
should
you know,
have
it's like a
team
$7
in December-
grand.
in January that can bridge the gap till we get to February. But somebody sucks at their job right now. I am so sorry I said that out loud, but I'm really not.
Not Kip's great. She had a bad night last night, but Kim's
Yeah,
great.
but unfortunately for Coach Mulkey and how great she is, her team does not generate revenue. We have a team that actually makes money and still loses.
I don't understand that.
Yeah,
I don't. How much does the PMAC hold?
not enough.
13,000.
It holds more water than it
13?
does people.
Because I could have, like, my whole life, you'd have asked me, hey, does baseball make money? I'm like, it can't. It can't not make money because you pack out that box, especially the SEC play, 3 days a weekend. As long as you have a good team, even if you don't have a good team, they pack it out, and that's can be upwards to 11,000 people, a little bit more. And what's everybody do there?
13,215. That's the
Googleable.
approximate capacity.
It's I don't know how.
Well, you gotta factor in travel
Less coaching
expenses,
staff, I guess.
Coaching, like how much the coaching staff costs, like all of that factors in.
How
Like
much is
gear,
he
food,
making?
meals? I don't know.
Well, think of how much
Like
money Baton
5?
Rouge makes because of baseball, brother. Like, if LSU don't make the money, shit,
Don't get me started.
VR makes the money. So
How much money does Rocco's bar in Omaha make just because we go to Omaha?
just because of LSU? Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
try
he
and
makes
get out there this year.
3.05. He has a 7-year deal that runs through 2032, increasing by 100 grand to reach
Thank you, Scott.
365 in the final year, totaling
Yeah, he makes
23 million
more
in
than
basic
Jay.
compensation.
Or right around.
No. That's Jay Johnson. That's Jay Johnson's
Oh.
salary.
So what's
thought you asked
Matt
about-
making? 5?
Matt
6?
probably makes 5. There's
I'm about to
a
see.
higher. I think there's a higher.
He had a
budget
7-year
for,
deal. That
He's
I know
overpaid by at least
2.9.
4.
He makes 2.9.
Okay.
Yeah.
He makes
Yeah.
2.9.
Hey,
man.
Will, Fertitta, we need about 10, dog.
Yeah, and I'll say this:
And you can
we-
let us have Calvin Sampson too if you want. I mean, he said y'all are poor.
brother. John Morant is the only player that ever made that man anything, and we decided to give him a job at LSU.
We wouldn't have Jay if it was for Scott.
Calvin Sampson
True.
said that Houston is poor.
It's
I
crazy that
mean-
your own basketball coach comes out and says that shit, bro. See, that should be if they don't start putting money in there, bro. But it's Houston. Like, come on, brother. Not to hate on
I
Houston. I
mean,
got family.
That
down
sounds
there, but
like Brian Kelly.
that does sound like Brian Kelly.
I promise you what Lane would never do. Hey guys, I'm gonna put $1 million in my own, and will y'all join me if we get this much?
And please tell me that
I'm gonna tell you
don't
what
have the
Lane Kiffin will
community.
never do.
That's what that screams.
He won't hire Matt. He won't hire Matt House and waste
Fuck
a
no.
Heisman Trophy winning quarterback.
Can I say one thing about that? I hate Matt
Go ahead.
House just like the rest of us. After the 22
much.
season, we loved Matt House.
I'm not
didn't.
gonna say we.
I
still
ain't no
hated
weak.
him.
I don't speak French on that one.
I still hate him.
I like.
That's a bold move, Cotton.
I was
I
worried
don't know.
about him leaving.
I see him getting a job in the NFL, and I'm like, how the fuck are you on a staff in the NFL?
Matt
different.
I
House,
was confused.
Blake Baker.
I was confused and
Yeah.
disappointed when we hired him.
Durante
We had
Jones, though, I
Durante
think, is better
Jones
than him.
Was right. Durante Jones was on fire once
He doesn't
Edo
have
let the
enough
reins
time.
go.
He didn't have enough time.
Right.
And that man doesn't
And-
let a grudge go.
And
Yeah,
Matt
he
House blew out Corey Raymond to bring in a cornerback coach from
Hey,
high school.
He just got a
Let's-
second college job, though, as a DB coach.
Let's
Thank
have a
God
round of
he learned
applause.
a little bit.
For Jacques Doucette. Posting that clip. Getting Matt House run out of the building.
Yeah. Fuck
Bruh.
Matt House. I will forever stand
And
on
even
that
in
hill,
that
and I'll
moment, Brian
die on
Kelly
it.
was still like apprehensive about doing it. If you would have fired him sooner, you probably could have kept the deal. You probably could have kept Mason Smith. You probably could
Yeah,
have kept
the
your
fact-
D-line guys
It's not
and
even
had a
only-
better defense going into 24.
Yeah, I mean, there were literally guys coming out talking about how they left because of him, because of how horrible of
They
a
left
coach he was.
because of him. If you fire him, he was thinking about
He
bringing him back.
I mean, he ran. What's his name out the building? The D-line coach that went to Denver.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
what I
you-
was thinking about.
Jamar
That's
Cain.
what I was thinking about.
Jamar
Jamar Kane.
He
Jamar
ran him out
Kane
the
doesn't let a
building.
grudge go.
No, Jamar Kane
Jamar-
hates Matt House forever.
I think Jamar Kane wakes up tomorrow and goes, "Hey Matt, just push that." Jamar Kane has that 50 Cent level of holding a beef.
Yeah.
Like I
he'll
saw that
beat
new
your ass and
DoorDash
break-
commercial.
Yeah.
But how lucky
So
are we?
imagine this. Imagine you fire Matt House. You when like sooner, like after the bowl game, like when you should have, and you're able to keep a Makai Wingo and a Mason Smith
brother.
for one more year.
I think you can keep. Maybe you can keep Makai, but I don't know.
But
Mason was chasing a bag, in my opinion, a little bit, but at the same time,
I think
he
Mason was
stayed.
fed up with Matt House.
Yeah,
I think Mason was fed up with Matt
and your
House.
head coach didn't
I
have
think he
big
was
enough
too.
balls to say nothing about it.
Right.
Clearly.
So if and that's you went into that offseason searching for portal defensive tackles, and that's when Brian Kelly came out and said we're not in the game of paying players. Because you couldn't land a defensive tackle because they needed money.
Dumbass.
They needed money. You didn't have enough fan resources behind you. You didn't have enough support behind you to galvanize the fan base and the boosters to be willing to cut the checks needed to make sure that your ass can continue to coach. You didn't have enough support.
Yeah, no facts. And yeah, I mean, I think that's what switched Brian Kelly getting fired and Blake Baker staying. I mean, I was texting people, blowing them up about
Playoff bound.
Yeah, and that's where
I want that now. I'm keeping my expectations kind of like, all right.
You're gonna have hope, but be realistic.
I'm a baseball guy. Like when I got off the AP and I gave that last clip for him, and I was like, "This is what I feel." We got off, and I went, "Why did I say that? Why did I say that?
bro.
Why did I say that?"
But listen, Blake. I think watching Blake in his show, he was like, "If we land these players, I'm gonna get ignorant." Essentially, like that's how I feel. That's where I'm at, right? So for me, I was telling AP this shit earlier today too. Like this level of swag. I didn't say this, but I'm gonna go into this. The level of swag that we had when Patrick Peterson was before Tyrann Mathieu, right? And Tyrann Mathieu was out there diving and picking dudes off with number 14 on his chest. I haven't said it about Trey'Dez Green, right? Like who else wore number 14 and then got 7? And now that's something we'll see if it still happens, right? But all I have to say is for me, I think that we're playoff. That's where I truly believe. I think there's a work ethic that's happening that's in that building right now. You made it, like AP said, a NFL style of team and expectations, right? The amount of staffers that you have with each position group, safeties, corners, offensive linemen, etc., right? Like you have a lot of people in that room that are not going to allow there to be anything else than what LSU expects, right? And if they don't bring what LSU expects, Lane doesn't give a fuck. That's my opinion. Get out of here. I'll find somebody else who's in the same network, right? Who came from Saban, who has connections. I'll grab a guy from the NFL who understands what's expected and the swag that comes with those players, and we're going to get after it, right?
And I'm going to say this too. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm good. But I think playoffs. That's me.
I'm gonna say this too. Do we really think that Lane Kiffin came here to wait a year?
Hell no.
No, he showed he's
being
not.
humble.
He showed he's not. No, he's not being humble whatsoever.
Think about this. Remember what you said earlier about
he's a competitor.
Remember what you said earlier about the X, right? I'm not gonna let you date up.
They're gonna rip their fucking throat out.
What's the best way? What's the best way to make them feel worse? I'm going to go to a school that I said had better resources and prove to you why they had better resources.
Right.
He did that.
Yep.
It didn't take him a year to do that.
And
now I'm going to go to the same school with these better resources, and now I know because I spent all this money, I hopped on all these planes, I have to get to the playoffs.
I pushed a quarterback out the basketball gym because I thought another one's coming. Then I went, hold up. Hey, sweetie. Babe, come here.
Right.
Hey, you shared your location. I'm in the airport. Where you at?
When he did that, I sent out a tweet with a gift saying Lane Kiffin going back to Sam Levitt, looking at him like, yeah, I think we need to get back together.
And don't forget how small that airport in Knoxville is.
She didn't mean anything to me. No, it was a one-night thing. I love you.
Oregon did that.
I was trying to figure out what scent that was she had on, so I could buy it.
Buy it for you.
Yeah, come on,
honey. You smell better than her.
Got that close.
Like I wasn't trying to get that close just for
I
no
never held her
reason.
hand. We didn't kiss, not once.
We like my lips didn't touch hers. Her lips touched mine. There's a difference.
And some
You know
hit
what I'm
Jackson
saying?
over here, 75-25,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You went full 90.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Well,
watch
I
that
feel
So
like
game
the
tonight.
fat white guy in this equation.
Yeah.
Paul Blart.
Albert.
Just
Damn, Paul Blart.
Albert. This
Damn.
this this is what you stay. This your range.
Yeah,
But
brother.
but no, so you think with all that's been invested, all that's been going on, all that's surrounding this team, that we shouldn't expect the playoffs? Anybody saying temper your expectations, I understand why. I understand
I
why.
temper
Have
this
your
shit.
cautious optimism. I get it.
Slap my
But
hand whenever we fail.
excuse my language. Fuck that. We didn't pay $145 million to put the playoffs on layaway. We
Yeah.
bought that shit now. We paid $145 million for coaches. I'm not talking about the rosters. We are $200 million invested into this shit. It's top
Talk to him.
12 or bust, goddammit.
Preach.
You just paid your defensive coordinator almost $4 million to stay. To stay.
Yeah.
To what? Go 8-4? Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
I think I worry about the short-sightedness of the majority of LSU fans. When I get expectations, I'm like, "Ooh, if that doesn't happen, we may have to build a new PMAX. They may burn it down."
Burn that bitch
That's the
down.
kind of things I think. I think that's what kind of drives me to that point where I'm like,
We are the most toxic fan base in the nation. But
To
you know
ourselves.
what's crazy?
Yeah.
Yes, you know what's crazy though? Every fan base that tastes the level of expectations that we've tasted, the level of success that we've had, they all act the same. Ohio State fans bitch and moan and cry when they don't win. Alabama fans are absolutely fucking insufferable and obnoxious when they don't win. Auburn fans. We saw Florida fans puffing their chest out like they were like that because Lane had sent a plane to tell them I wasn't coming. And the whole time they're sitting up there, yeah, we're like that. We're putting LSU in the locker. It's just different over here in
That shit's
Gainesville.
so funny.
he's already signed an MOU.
Y'all have
That's a different type of swamp down there, bro.
The most notable thing Florida's done was had Aaron Hernandez murdering people.
Watch
Get
out.
the fuck out my face. Get
Bro,
the
picture
fuck out
that.
my-
Picture
y'all
that
have been-
locker room.
Y'all have been
Yeah.
irrelevant.
Tim
Y'all
Tebow
have
won't
been
even talk about
irrelevant.
it.
My son is 16 years old. And he doesn't see Florida as shit. They're a stepping stone program. Y'all on the
Yeah.
same level as Ole Miss. Fuck
Ever-
out of here.
Ever since y'all put them the Mardi Gras beads around that little cat neck, man, fuck y'all. I've hated Florida
Fuck
fans
outta
ever
here.
since. And if any of y'all, any of my homies that are in here, or any of my mama's family that's in here, I love y'all. Fuck Florida. That's all I
Outta
gotta
here.
say.
So yeah, every fan base that's reached
Sorry, Paul, I got real
the
dark.
heights that we've reached are toxic within themselves. So yes, we are obnoxious. It's because we've been through the highs
Yeah.
and we felt the lows, and we don't want to be irrelevant. We want to be braggadocious.
We fired
We
coaches
want
like
that.
Georgia did just for only winning 10 games over and over
Right.
and over again. Like,
we want that level of fuck you. We're it.
Yeah.
Plain and
Yeah.
simple. And that's where that arrogance, that's where that cockiness, that's where that we're gonna lash out shit comes from. Is it wrong? Yes, it is. It's very wrong. But
It's fine.
I understand where it comes from. And
Right.
do people need to temper their reactions? Yes. They need to temper their reactions. But fuck that. The expectation is playoff or bust. And
Yeah.
your coach is telling you that by everything he's doing. The way he's operating this program and elevating it right now is letting you know he's not coming here to develop for next year. You don't go get Sam Levitt and Jordan Seaton to wait for the playoffs.
That's on Wall
You don't
Street.
go
and
get
Hassan Longstreet.
Princewell. You don't go get Princewell, Umami Ellen, and TJ Dottery and Stephilian Green to wait for for the playoff, to wait for next year to go to the playoffs. You're not doing that's for now. That is for right now. You gonna
Yeah.
get a kid like Hussein Longstreet to pair with Sam Levitt to say, hey, you got a chance to supplant his ass.
Yeah.
And don't forget about that white
And-
boy behind
And
you.
Yeah.
not even
Who's got
that,
swag.
right? But it's
A lot of it.
not even that. And if you
Wears a
don't
do-rag
supplant
at
his
night.
ass, you get to learn from a quarterback who's
I'm listening to you. He said it. He said it. And I think about that Eminem with the backwards Detroit hat and this all of this.
man-
I remember
man
being
will
a
have-
kid.
Y'all remember Whit Weeks when he braided his hair? That boy's gonna have
Yes.
waves in 2 months. Watch.
yes.
Fully
He gonna
tatted
get-
up.
he get-
He's
he
gonna
get-
have
He's
LSU
walking out
on
of
the inside of
visions
his arm.
tomorrow night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he getting turned. He getting turned.
Yeah.
But you tell me, like, you get that kid and you're letting him sit behind a quarterback that's been to multiple playoff games at that point. You're baptizing him in experience so where he can see what it looks like. And then you still don't let him rest on his laurels because you got another guy right behind him
To
pressing him.
push him. Yep. And I think that goes untalked about. Paul, what's up? Oh, I thought you were about to say something. You're good.
No.
I don't think that goes talked about enough, AP, right? Like, I don't think he'll say it, but I truthfully do believe this. I think Lane thinks that Sam might be in New York next year and going to the draft. Genuinely.
Oh yeah. So
right?
I
You're
said
going to get
it-
all the first team reps between the two of y'all.
As
while
long as
he's
you
doing
win it.
7 on, right. You're going to be doing 7-on-7 shit. But guess what? I don't care that I just paid this
Team.
guy $4 million. I
Right.
paid you 1.2, and you might be. Who knows if you're better? But you're gonna have a chance to show it, and he's gonna be
Right.
sitting on the bench, right, while you're playing. If you do that, so if Sam Levitt starts, and he gets to New York, and then he's one of the top quarterbacks in the draft, right?
I'm telling
Then
you
you have
right now.
Hassan and
I already
Landon.
said it. I think
And Pop's coming in right after that.
I think for a fact that if all things stay even, LSU stays healthy, Sam stays healthy,
Mhm.
we go 11-1, 10-2, we make the playoffs. Sam Levitt is in New York, he wins the Heisman.
Yeah. I don't think that you even get in the Heisman conversation outside of a defensive player and play at LSU and don't win it. Truthfully, I
Right.
don't believe that. Like, I don't believe now that we've won 2 in the last 5-ish, 6-ish years, if you get to New York and you have LSU on your chest, you're winning the Heisman.
You're
Period.
winning the Heisman.
I don't believe that that's not a thing, right? The competition that you play, that we have, I don't give a fuck what nobody says. We have the hardest schedule in the country. I don't care, right? We have to play UT, right? I think we have the hardest schedule in the country.
I
We have
agree
the hardest month
wholeheartedly.
in November.
I think in general.
I'm shaking
our-
my head up with the idiot saying we're at the 15th strongest, hardest schedule.
No, that's
in the
stupid.
conference.
That's
And say
stupid.
this-
That's stupid. That's
Most
stupid.
of these dudes
That's
don't pay
stupid.
attention to the fact that people
That's
in the
stupid.
state of Louisiana who do not get recruited by LSU, what do they hate more than anything? LSU. So then they play us tough as fuck. So they keep complaining. Well, the reason why we have 9 conference games and we have to play the schedule we have is because y'all were bitching, and our commissioner, he ain't much less of one, right? And he bent over and took it and let y'all have it. And now we have to play Clemson, we have to play USC, we have to play all these other top teams. Next thing you know, we're gonna have to play fucking Ohio State at the beginning of the season, then play Alabama, Texas, Texas A&M, Auburn if they get good, Florida if they get good down the road, right? Georgia. So y'all don't have it like that. You have Indiana playing nobodies, and then 3 great schools. I know. Sorry to do it to you, Paul.
Let me
Go ahead,
say this
because we need to move. We need to get to some of your stuff too, brother.
No. How lucky are we to have not 1, not 2, 3 currently, about to be 4. Oh wait, who live and die this shit and don't rest on their laurels.
Yeah.
Like, you just look at Jay Johnson.
He operates like Batman.
He is the Nick Saban of college baseball.
100%.
He said himself, and I think he's not telling the truth. Well, he's saying the right thing. Gotta respect. You're going to have a bunch of these hanging in houses in about 10 years with Jay Johnson on it. That man is the next coming of Skip Bertman. It is going to be absolutely insane. Insane. And I cannot wait to see what this year holds.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. I think for me, I'm still like engulfing myself into LSU baseball.
And
I did it a lot. Go ahead.
no. Come
No,
on,
I
come
was
on,
just
come
saying
on.
I did it a lot whenever I was younger. Whenever I was pushing back against a lot of the people that I went to high school with in Georgia who were changing jerseys the night that LSU got beat in the national title by Alabama. We talked about that a little bit earlier too. But I genuinely like that is part of LSU that I want my son to see first, right? Like outside of LSU football, since basketball has gone the way it's gone and my family's kind of disconnected from LSU basketball as much as they have, it's not something that's as prominent in my life, right? But like baseball is where I want my son to just fall in love because you truthfully can. It's more than just the game. There's a culture behind it that's different, right? LSU football is great and that's what I've always been invested in, but like baseball at LSU is different to me. So is football, right? And I know we talk mostly about football on this pod, right? And that's what it'll be a lot of. But we're going into a season where baseball is such a priority, right? It overshadows women's basketball. It overshadows gymnastics and all these other things that are great as well, right? So like I love baseball. I want to learn more about baseball. That's what this community is for, right? Like I genuinely have planned out like the idea of going to Omaha as a family vacation this year. I know I said that earlier, but like that's genuine, right? Like that's something I want to do. My wife is an honorary LSU fan. She has no choice. I don't care that her dad's from Wisconsin. Fuck Wisconsin, okay? She's an
Badgers.
LSU fan, right? And she knows because I bought her LSU stuff. She wears it. She loves it. She knows I love it, and she loves the fact that she's told me when LSU's not playing well, it's the worst that you ever are, right? Like you're jumping up and down at the TV cheering, or you're sitting in the corner pouting and the TV's off. Like it's crazy. So I want to talk about baseball more,
Oh,
obviously. Like I know we were going to get into it some, and
I'm going to give you a snippet. But I want to tell
go
you
ahead,
this for your son,
go
for
ahead.
you and your
Yeah,
son. One,
yeah,
buddy, take my hand. I'm going to drag
I'm
you
here.
in the deep waters
Bet.
of
Let's get
baseball.
it.
By the end
You
of
have my
you and
number.
I,
Yeah,
buddy,
yeah.
it's going to be bad. For your son, I
I'm
told
here for
AP
it.
this the other day, and here's what I'm about to say. The best way
Yep.
to get your kid into baseball, show him a picture of Livy Dunn, then show him a picture of her boyfriend, and tell him they like the pants, kid.
That's what you get. That's what you get when you wear
The
baseball
girls
pants.
love you in baseball.
Yeah.
Now, you're not that engulfed in baseball. So I'm gonna keep it surface level for you. I'm gonna give you some
Yeah.
guys to look out for this year
Yeah.
to get you excited.
I'm excited.
And you're probably gonna like offense to start. You're not gonna like pitching duels to start because pitching duels are
I
pitching
love
duels.
pitching
It's
duels. I love
I
pitching
hate them
duels.
because I've
Well,
been
I'm not
a
gonna.
part of the worst one ever. We lost to Riverside my sophomore year in a dual no hitter, 1-0.
Bruh. Those games are
I hate them.
heartbreakers. They are. They are. But that Wake Forest game in Omaha was my
Oh,
favorite game,
I
man. I
almost had a stroke.
love
well,
that because you hang on to every pitch. Every
Every pitch
single
matters.
pitch matters.
yeah.
Every single ball and strike matters.
Well, and
Because if you
Paul, let
get
me give you some
one
insight too here in a sec.
runner on,
Yeah.
can break the game.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
Alonzo
pitching duels.
Morgan.
Well, and I'll tell you
Mm.
this. So to give you some insight into me and baseball, because I know baseball, so I want to make sure that's understood. Maybe not as much as you about LSU specifically, but I was born and raised in Atlanta. Okay.
Oh,
I
I'm a
turned
Braves fan.
I turned 30 this year. I'm a Braves fan as well. That's the only team that I like in the state,
Julio
right?
Franco, Andres Galarraga, Javi Lopez, Chipper Jones, Andrew Jones. Oh yeah, I can. Yeah. That's my guys.
So there's a pitcher, and you know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to say. I will say if I could remember his name off the top of my head, I think it's John Smoltz. Went to Michigan
Smoltz?
State, right? Smoltz, yeah.
I
Yeah, he
can't.
went
I
to
can't
Michigan
tell you
State.
that.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, because now he does radio for the Braves, right?
Yeah, that's
He had a
Smoltz.
dual ride to play baseball and basketball actually at Michigan State.
Yep.
He was offered one, right? I got to play basketball with him at 15 years old at a rec center north of Atlanta, right? I have a baseball at my father-in-law's house, or not my father-in-law's house, my stepdad's house, that's signed by him, right? I loved baseball because of the Braves, right? So like I moved to Colorado. The Braves won the World Series,
World Series.
right? LSU won a national title since I've been here. Okay,
Twice.
second, that's my first apartment. Second apartment was the Braves, and we've won 2 in baseball since I've been here. So like at LSU. So I love baseball. I grew up going to Turner, right? I've never been to the new stadium.
The Battery.
But-
Yeah, I want to go.
Yeah, but like we can go together. I mean, I'm down for
Dude,
that.
I'm
Come on.
down.
Don't tempt
Because
me
you ain't
to
got to
go.
leave the Battery.
Yeah, come on. Hey, that's
I
my
love
city,
going to
brother.
Atlanta.
Come on.
That's
Yeah,
my second. That's my
I hate
second.
driving in Atlanta, but I'll go to the
do
Battery.
everything else. And the
I'm
good
not
thing
gonna
is
lie.
it's in
I'm not gonna
Kennesaw,
lie.
so
I'm not
it's
even gonna
horrible.
lie. I'm not even gonna lie. After driving in Louisiana, I don't mind driving anywhere else.
At least
traffic.
the roads ain't as bad. The
The
traffic.
traffic.
The traffic in Atlanta is terrible. Yes,
Louisiana
but at least
drivers
it's
are the
at
worst
least
drivers on the
At
planet.
least, yes,
On the planet.
at least the traffic in Atlanta is earned. The traffic in Baton Rouge and in New Orleans is not earned.
It's forced.
It's the cause
Yeah.
of dumb drivers.
Yeah.
It's the
And
cause
bad
of dumb
planning.
drivers and
And
bad, horrible
NY.
city management. Like
Yeah.
I can go on a whole rant about that, but no. Like,
But-
like,
So
But anyway,
I'm
I
going
just want to
to give you an
insight.
idea of my love for baseball real quick before we get there. And I'll tell you why I love baseball. This right here is the greatest stadium to ever hold a baseball game.
we can't
no
really
longer
see it. We just see like the
exists.
What is
corner of it.
It no
What is
longer exists. That is the original Alec Box Stadium.
That's the original. Yeah, that's the OG box.
The original Alec Box Stadium. Used to have guys sitting in the foul grounds, off in the foul territory with rope.
This is
for
true
that.
with rope.
My wife, so I told AP this. My wife and I moved this year to where we live now, is where we're going to put our roots down. My wife wanted this neighborhood because Skip Burtman was right there.
Whoa.
That's how much I've got her deep into it. And
That's
I'm going to tell you
crazy.
why I love baseball. We talk about football.
Yeah.
Pete Golden's defense, Lane Kiffin's offense, Blake Baker's scheme, this, you do this, and do this. Baseball, you don't even play the other team. The name on the jersey doesn't matter. That night against Wake Forest, it could have been the New York Yankees across on the other dugout. LSU wins that game.
Yeah.
It's what you do with the ball. That's it.
Yeah.
And that's why I love it. It is a pure, just, she's so beautiful. That beautiful game of baseball. The smell of that grass. Anyways, so you know baseball.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah.
You need to look at this year, the Bayou Panda. Zach York. I'm going to push that name
Love that.
until
Bayou
people tell me
Panda.
to
I'm gonna
shut
sing-
up.
I'm gonna sing that.
Jake Brown's a guy that everyone knows.
We gotta start that chant in the box.
Bayou
Bayou Panda. See, you hearing it? You hearing it?
Bayou Panda. Case Evans is going to be your Friday night starter, and like listen to me and AP earlier talk about the nuts and bolts of the team this year. The guys going to have breakout years are going to be Bayou Panda and Seth Dardar. Milam's going to do great, but we already have expectations for Milam to do great. We already have expectations for Curiel. We already have expectations for Brown. Seth
Yeah.
Dardar and Zach York are going to rejuvenate more of a love for this program. And as you said earlier, the fan base or the culture is different around baseball. It's even more toxic, and I'll tell you why. My cousin played for LSU in the early 2000s under Smoke Laval. Smoke
Good
Laval
old
is
Smoke.
forgotten about because you talked about Skip, Paul, Jay.
Yep.
Smoke was right here after Skip. Skip handpicked him. Smoke went to 2 Omahas. Every year he went to the regionals, except for the last year. And he went to super regionals twice. In 5 years, they fired him. Ran him out of the building. Now we ain't got to worry about that anymore. We got Jay Johnson and Nate Yeski and Chief Wanaka and Josh Jordan and all these guys. What's your favorite part about the game? What would you like if you So you said, I'm going to take a weekend. I'm going to dive into LSU baseball. What's your favorite part of the game? What would you dive into?
Personally, I think I know I'm going to talk about a different sport, but I think I'm very invested from a basketball perspective into defense, right? And the intelligence that comes into the game. So defense for me, like as much as that's not the highlight of
It's beautiful highlight.
it is. It's not
Baseball
the home
defense is
runs.
so
It's not the
great.
hits. It's not always the scoring, right? But I love the defensive
First to
side of the game of
27.
baseball.
I was about to
Personally,
say it.
yeah,
First to
yeah,
27.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
told this to Paul earlier when we're on my
You talking about
pod.
Trey?
My no,
Let's
no, no,
move
no,
on from
no.
Trey.
Stop
no,
it.
no, no. We're not gonna mention Trey. Paul's wife may be home. We're gonna leave Trey where he
Yeah, we
is.
got
She's
to leave Trey
home.
where he's at.
She's home.
He just ain't
So
He
gonna
said,
speak
"What
the name.
podcast you going on next?" I said, "No. We ain't doing it."
Can't watch that. Can't
So
watch that.
I told
Watch
Paul
it later.
I look at baseball different. I look at,
Yep.
at baseball from the perspective of, because it's the only organized team sport that doesn't have a clock. It's the first team to get 27 outs.
Yep.
You can be in the bottom of the ninth with a 5-run lead and get 26 outs and still lose.
Yeah.
Or you could be in the bottom of the ninth, end up like the Braves in Houston, which makes me think they should Astros and play 19 innings and
Right.
still lose.
Holy
And
shit,
still
man.
lose. And still lose.
Yeah.
So it's the first to get 27 outs. And if you don't get the 27 outs, you don't win. Now, you have to score in order to get to that 27 to win, because that's just the way that you move into the winner's column.
Right.
But no game ends in a tie.
Yeah.
Now, so you love
And it's-
defense. Okay, I'm sorry, AP. I'm sorry.
No.
No.
Go ahead.
No,
It's
no,
built
you're good. Don't
around.
be
It's
sorry,
built
you're
around
good.
that defensive duel. So that's exactly where I was going.
I don't know who's going to be your flashy glove this year. Milam has a flashy glove, and
Yeah, we know that.
I didn't give. I'll give you a lineup. I didn't give AP a lineup earlier. One sticking spot for me in a lineup this year is second base. Daniel Dickinson did amazing last year.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
My wife loves Trey, the last name that shall not be mentioned, because of his glove at first.
Yes.
Right? He was a circus over there, and it was brilliant.
It was unfair.
So whoever gets the second base job, I believe in my heart, is the guy that Jay walks up to Stephen Milam and goes, "Who you feel comfortable with at second? Who do you flow with at second?" Because that bond between second and short has to mesh. It has to gel, or you're not going to have it. You got to know if Milam has to go backside on a ball in the 6-hole, when he turns and throws, where does he want it? Is he going to be in front of the bag? Is he going to be behind the bag? Does he want to turn into the ball and go, or does he want to catch and throw?
Yeah.
You got to know those things. Curiel is going to be a monster in center. Curiel is showing glimpses of Dylan Cruz in center.
Really?
It is
We're going there,
dude. Yeah, he's not Dylan Cruz. I hate comparing guys because it's not
right,
fair.
right. No. And I'm not saying that at all.
And he was a great fielder last year. And what makes me feel great about him this year is everyone forgets about we got swept by Auburn last year. Unfortunately, I put some like 2% of the blame on Curiel in left field because he didn't know how to manage that left field wall that was on a short porch, and it ate him up all weekend. And it's nothing against the kid; he just probably never had to deal with it. In center field, he has room to roam, and buddy, he's roaming. Stanfield already, and today, Daniel Harden, who's going to be a guy who's going to be a situational guy, sub for Chris Stanfield in left field. He missed the ball in left field, and everybody goes, he'll get him next time. I'm like, no, that's awesome. They're being aggressive. They're not letting that short hop just eat them up and take it. They're trying to go get it because they know they have the pitching in front of them and the bats in the lineup to win it. So defense this year is going to be flashy. I personally, our good buddy Dave Billiot would disagree with me. I'm somewhat worried about defensively at the catching position.
Really?
Not so. If you look at the strengths and weaknesses of this team, we're so heavy loaded on strengths, it's ridiculous. The bat at the catcher position, I'm not worried about at all. Kate Aaron B's hitting, I think I said 12 last night. He's going to hit 12. He's going to hit for 300. Curiel's going to drop in 50 RBIs. Check that box, mark it down, put it on FanDuel, use code. I don't know what the code is to get whatever off. And those are good things. But behind the plate, I'm chalking it up to different people at different spots, situational, be kind of being in that scrimmage mindset of like, this isn't real, not kind of turned up. Today they were turned up, so not playing that weird scoring system they do early on. They actually had runs scored today. But and I'm also chalking up the pitchers not being dialed. A lot of pass balls. Not bad, not wild pitches, pass balls. A lot of overthrows into center. A lot of errant throws into second on third downs. That has me worried. Now, is that going to get cleaned up? 100%. Josh Jordan is a wizard of what he does behind the plate with those guys. But that's my worrisome part of the defense this year. Whoever plays in the infield, I have no worry whatsoever. We're not going to have the Paul Benery days, right? Anybody that's going to be able to flash and going to be able to do it right, it's going to end up being a gel. I think in the outfield, it's going to make – there are going to be batting averages suffering from that outfield that should have landed and should have counted. It's not. It's going to be a no-fly zone from a quarter of the way in from the out to the fence. Because you forget, Jake Brown's the fastest guy on that team. But the catch position is going to worry me a tad bit. Now, you want a lineup?
Give it to me.
Do you want a lineup?
Give it to me. Because
I'm
going
to get roasted. All right, I have two. I'm going to get roasted. I have two lineups that I've – now, granted, these lineups are hypothetical righty Friday guy. Right? Righty. I'm going to go righty because you're going to see mostly righties. My first one, the one I'm kind of married to. Curiel leading off playing center. Carraway at third and second. Okay. York DHing. He's not going to be your starting first baseman most of the year.
Okay.
Milam at short, Brown and right. Those are givens. Dar starting second baseman. Simpson starting third baseman. No, take it back. Starting first baseman. Aaron Beatty behind the plate, Stanfield and left.
So is Bayou Pan the DH?
Yeah. He will play first when Jay puts Omar. Omar Sterner is going to get tied to a pitcher or a group of pitchers that he's going to catch for, because pitcher-catcher relationships are monumentally important.
Yeah, they're huge.
He's going to get tied. He's going to want to give Aaron Beatty his legs a rest, right? Because he knows he has the power to do it. So whenever Aaron Beatty's DH and York's going to be at first, and that's going to be the twist with that. A lot of people, because Simpson is a top 50 rated second baseman. I don't think he plays it. I think he goes to first. He's played a lot of first in these scrimmages, and it could be Jay playing voodoo on everybody in that stadium, saying, "Look at Simpson at first." I could see Jay playing voodoo just to put him at first to get him to work on a footwork thing. But that's that. Now my second lineup. Oh, any questions on that lineup?
No questions. I'm listening to you.
Okay. You'll see some constants here. Curiel, Milam, York. York still DH. Simpson, Brown, Carraway, Dar, Aaron Beatty, Stanfield. I'm keeping Curiel, Aaron Beatty, Stanfield in their spots because I think Aaron Beatty gets that jolt and protects whoever's in front of him. Because you got to realize with lineups, you're protecting guys as well. We talked about hiding guys earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're talking about protecting them. That's why Dylan Cruz was sometimes moving to that 2-hole.
2-3, yeah.
To protect Tommy. So I'm going to get roasted for that but I think that's how he goes. I don't see a world where Carraway plays anywhere other than third. I don't see a world where York is your everyday first baseman. I know he has a good glove. I know he does, but Jay did not bring him from Grand Canyon to not use that weight. And I think guys like Dardar and York are going to benefit from elevated competition. What do I mean by that? You played college basketball, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Did you go through a stretch where you play really terrible teams? Then you play that one hot team that had three guys who could actually move it, and then all of a sudden your play rose. You got better. You always had it in the tank, but you didn't need it there.
Yeah, because you were playing under. Yeah, the competition wasn't the same.
Dardar hit a monster ball off of Cade last year, and Dardar in all these scrimmages has looked phenomenal. His plate discipline's been amazing. His pitch selection has been amazing. And when he's not driving the ball out of the ballpark, I'll say it again. Another thing I'm gonna get roasted on: the hardest ball I've ever seen hit, the hardest ball, not the biggest home run, not the furthest, the hardest ball I've ever seen hit was Dardar's home run that hit that light pole that John Eads posted a video of. And I said, the video doesn't do it justice.
Yeah.
Guys like Dardar and York are going to see better pitching and get better strikes that they can actually turn on and do something with. And they have the plate discipline and the barrel awareness to actually move something.
I'm excited.
Sorry,
I
I'm
think
excited.
the
My daughter
deepest-
just ran in here.
I think this is the deepest lineup.
If I
that
sat
we've
down
seen.
for 10 minutes, AP, I could write you 10 lineups that win you a College World Series.
Right, and that's what I was about to say. Like the fact that that you can make this lineup so interchangeable with so many just small moves. You know, you're literally just playing a puzzle
Like-
game, and it's great. It's
Like,
great.
and the funny thing is, like today, so Stephen Mom's your everyday shortstop. Whatever.
Yeah, he's playing. He's
Period.
playing all games.
He's playing. Yeah.
All right. The kid I saw at short today, his name is Ethan Kloss. He's a freshman. Buddy, when Milam leaves, there is not going to be a downfall. That kid is sweet with the glove. It looks it. I'm not going to say what I was about to say. It looks like he's out there with a 5-finger oven mitt, just caressing and moving. It is something to behold. He has some growing in to do because he's a thin guy, but it's special.
I'm sure we will see him in midweek games. And can I put out a PSA real quick, please?
Go ahead.
To all of you baseball sycophants who cry and whine and bitch because we lose to North Dakota East Directional State University on a Wednesday night. Shut up. Yes, midweek games matter. But
Every
what
game
matters most is winning in May and June. It's okay. As long as we go 2 out of 3 on the weekends. Stop crying over Wednesday games. Let Jay play with the roster.
Let Jay put Jared Jones at third.
Yes.
Let's see what
you
happens.
never know what an emergency situation is going to come up. That's what these midweek games are for. It's live scrimmage. It's action that he doesn't like run ruling these teams because he can't get reps for the younger players that he needs to see what he has in.
Yeah.
So he actually wants the games to be close. He wants why do you think they're not running out Case and Evans to close on a Wednesday night when they're down 7-6? It's because he doesn't care whether he wins or loses. It's more valuable for the experience for that roster to go through. So please do us all a favor. On Thursday morning, regardless of if we win or lose, shut up.
After further review, you don't know baseball.
Yeah.
Brother.
I said that for a reason. Now, what if Braswell's glove and bat deteriorated in Omaha, but Derek Jones against Northwestern looked okay at third? Now you can move John Pearson to first. Or you can move some other bat into the lineup. And guess what? Now you can win a baseball game.
You need to figure out what this roster has in play. And I'm excited. What led me to say that is when you're talking about Ethan Close. I'm excited to see him on a Wednesday night against Nichols. And I'm excited to see him because you know it's going to happen. He's
There's a
going
kid
to, if
named
the game is
Patrick
close,
Braun.
he's going to replace Stephen Milam at short, or he's going to go in at second. He's going to play in the infield at some point. We're going to get to see this kid play. I want to see that because you're not going to get the opportunity to do that. You play, 53 games? 57 games. 57
before the SEC tournament, then before regional Super Omaha.
This is in the regular season. 30 SEC conference games. Can we please shut up about what happens on Tuesday and Wednesday nights?
Yeah.
Please.
Tell them.
Please.
Tell them.
30 SEC games, guys. And we're going to cry about UNO
or Northwestern. That kid, that chunky little dude at first base against Northwestern last year, the baseball guys watching will know who I'm talking about. He could swing it.
He's a dog at the plate.
That short Prince Fielder looking dude could swing it. Now he couldn't walk by a Waffle House while ordering something, but he could swing it.
Grip Bowl would be fire. All right.
All-star breakfast.
Oh, okay. That's fucking
Don't get me
started
on the All-Star.
Without the extra $5
now, brother.
Oh, my bad.
It's $12.95 now, brother.
I forgot the minimum wage down there is still $7.25. You know what I'm saying? So shit. Yeah, but yeah, no, and that's something else. I wanted to talk about as well was like, y'all have a series coming up the day before. I mean, it's the weekend of Valentine's Day, so. Kudos to y'all for being able to be at that, right? If y'all are going to Alex Box and being able to be there, but also we have something else coming up.
I gotta fix it.
What's
Alex
up?
Box.
Oh,
Alec
Box.
Alec
Box. Yeah, Alec Box. Thank you. Appreciate you for correcting me.
They're gonna kill you for that.
Yeah, it's all right. They can kill me. I have a best friend.
Look,
I have a best friend whose name's Alex, and I've been calling him Alec for his entire life. So.
They're gonna kill you more for that now. I wouldn't admit that.
Hey, listen. Maybe I'm a little dyslexic. I'm just gonna say I'm a little dyslexic, and we're gonna move on. All right.
A little bit of autism.
But we also have something else coming up on that same weekend, right? Next week, a huge basketball game for our women's basketball team, right? And I know we don't really talk basketball much, but I want to talk about it for maybe 5-10 minutes, right? What for me, going into that game after seeing this Texas game, I actually appreciate that we lost the way that we did to Texas, personally, right?
I still think we lose.
You still think we lose, and I hear you. It's SC, At the end of the day, I understand the expectations with them and what that team holds. Go ahead, tell me why.
We don't have enough size right now that can function. We're small, and South Carolina has always been more physical. We're quick. If our shot's not falling, if we can't move the ball, effectively, we struggle, and we need fast break points.
Yeah,
the defense kind of lost their way, and once the defense loses their way with this team, they lose their offensive rhythm and flow. So I think the game will be better. I do. But I also think that it's going to be real tough. And even with it being tough, I think we lose a close game. I wish it was at home.
Yeah, it would make it a little bit different.
Right. I wish it was at the PMAC, but man.
You don't think this recent loss gets them kind of pissed off?
I think that's where I'm at personally, because Texas.
That's why I think the game is closer.
I think that's why I think the game is
closer.
You think Texas has that much of an advantage on their home floor?
Yes,
I can see it.
I mean, but also look at it like this too. Would I have been shocked if Texas would have lost that game? If LSU would have lost that game last night? No. What's the one key stat that turned that game if you look at the box score? Everything was pretty much even. You flopped at the free throw line. You shot 64%, which
And
is not what Kim Mulkey does.
you're
Like
talking
her
about the game
teams
that
are,
just happened yesterday
yeah, against Texas last night. You shot 64% at the free throw line,
in Jada.
and you turned the ball over 19 times to their 10, and you only have 4 fast break points. You played completely outside of yourself. You got outscored 30-11, I think, in the fourth quarter. Like, you just fell apart,
Yeah,
which
20
is
to 11.
why
Yeah,
20-11.
yeah,
So, which is why I don't think that we would we can pull out that game against SC, but I think we're gonna it's gonna be a lot more competitive. It's gonna come down to a last possession game. We don't have size. We don't have, and this is the one sport where size does absolutely matter.
yeah.
We won that natty because we had size. We had really good functioning size.
We also didn't run into
If you
South Carolina, who outsized us.
who
Yeah.
right, exactly. And if you don't have size, what beats size? Elite shooting. We don't have elite shooting. If we are built to have one or the other, and we are missing both.
So
You
I'll
have
say
decent shooting, huh? What'd you say?
I was
Austin?
gonna say this about about the size, but I finish what you were saying, then I'll go into
No,
it.
no, we have decent shooting. I think Jada Richard can carry the load when her shots falling, but it's streaky. She's a volume shooter. She needs to get into a
Hmm.
rhythm. If she's not in rhythm, you have things that happen like last night.
Hmm.
And you really need your defense to come around. And it's one thing Kim has been screaming about since the preseason. Like, I need this team to play defense. There's a reason why she needs them to play defense, because you can't outscore everybody because you don't have enough of it.
Right.
Michaela Williams is another good scorer. She's a streaky shooter. You
Yeah.
don't have that person that can just line it up, and you know for a fact we have to run them off a three to spread the floor out. So you either need that lethal shooter, or you need that big that you can drop the ball into. You know they're going to give you 15 and 15.
Yeah.
We don't have that.
Well, and I was gonna say this too. Michaela only being her only shooting 11 shots last night is terrible, terrible.
Terrible.
Like she is by far, and I know Flage is there, right? But she is by far our best player on our team, in my opinion,
Yes.
right? From a size, she can hit her shot anywhere. She has the handle,
She can
right?
create her own shot.
But there's absolutely no reason why Jada should have shot 10 shots last night and Michaela only shot 11. Because I'll tell you this, so I'm gonna rattle it off to you, right? We rebounded exactly the same amount,
Yeah, everything's even.
right? The one big thing that messed us up, right, is why are you only making and really shooting 7 threes in a game? Number
Because
one,
you
right?
can't
Really
shoot
eight
them.
threes, right? And then on top of that, you only shot, this is big, right? We weren't getting to the line enough last night. We weren't making them, but they had 17 to our 9, right?
Did you
So,
see? Did you see like how the second half offense was flowing?
well, I
It
think after the
wasn't.
first quarter, we just kind of,
So a lot of it was ISO ball outside the key, and it was last minute. Oh, now I'm gonna try to make a play.
and that's what happens when your point guard can't make a shot. 100%. You're not a threat at that point. You're like Gabe Vincent with the Lakers. You're not a
Yes,
threat.
you're not
Not
a
that you're
threat.
LeBron. You're LeBron last night when he can't handle the ball against the center.
And that and that
That's what you run
right,
into.
like that, like and that's what, man.
I had to throw it in there.
MJ would never.
My Kobe would never.
Kobe would never.
I don't care how old you get. You still have a bag. Period.
Right.
That's a tangent.
So,
We ain't going on that one.
but that like, but that's my entire point. Like,
Stupid.
is this team good? Yes, it's very good.
Yeah.
Do I think they can make a run? If they can get hot, yeah, they can make a run. Especially depending on what the matchups are. Like we won our natty because we had a really good, that bracket broke into our favor, and Indiana Iowa did us a huge favor.
Right.
Iowa had the one thing that South Carolina it can fall victim to, is shooting. They're always going to have bigs. So how do you eliminate the bigs? You stretch the floor. We have not had that
at all.
shooter, and I mean, we need that shooter.
Yeah.
And if you're not gonna have it, at least have bigs. At least we had Angel Reese. And look, in those matchups against South Carolina, Angel Reese struggled offensively, but she didn't let that deter her defensively with rebounding.
She
And
didn't
that
struggle
was
to get an
able to
offensive
keep
rebound. Yeah.
right. And that's what was able to keep those games so close. When I look at this roster, who's gonna at least bring that to the table
Yeah.
against this South Carolina team?
Nobody.
It's an uphill battle.
Yeah.
Will I be
100%.
shocked if they win? No, it's basketball. I mean, you get hot, you can light it up. But do I expect them to win? No, I don't expect them to win this game.
I
I
hear you.
wanted to. I wanted to. I did. I
Have
was.
It's still to this day, I don't think we've beat them.
We
Since
had
has
Kim
been here.
Mulkey has not beat Dawn Staley.
which is a
That's
crazy.
that's her
stat.
That's a
saving.
crazy thing. Yeah, that's her saving.
That's her
facts.
saving. That is
Well,
her saving.
And that's why she always wants to be the 3 seed. So she
It
ain't gotta
works.
play SC. It does work. It does work. That's for sure.
She's not. She's smart. Like don't
She-
get it twisted. She's
She
very
is smart, but we ain't gonna get into what Buddha said about it.
Wait, what Buddha said? You gotta remind me.
Nothing. I'm not reminding you of that. We'll talk about
No,
that
yeah.
off of
She
this.
got the milkers, baby.
Hey, listen.
my
We don't
God.
need to talk about the Goofy movie, all right?
Oh, ruined.
Oh,
Do you
I know.
understand me?
I know.
Buddha want that
I
mother
know.
cheese.
I'll never look at Kim the same after that. Still love her though. Still love her
Keep
though.
the jackets on, Coach. Thank you.
Yeah, come on, Coach. Appreciate it. We like the fresh.
Save
We
Buddha's
like
marriage,
the
please.
fresh. We like the
Please
fresh
say
jackets.
Buddha's marriage.
Yeah. Well, fellas, it's about that time of night. So, Paul, I want to say I appreciate you so much, and I look forward
Yeah,
to the connection we're building. Right. AP has brightened my horizons. I told him this earlier, and I'll share this with the group and the chat and everybody that's watching right now, including my pops who's in here commenting.
What up, Pops? Thanks for joining us tonight, man. Appreciate
But
it.
having you guys and what y'all have done for me in regards to community, right? Honestly, and I mean this because my wife knows that she's over here making her coffee, getting ready to go to work tonight, right? She knows I don't do stuff like this. She knows that I've wanted to do podcasting and I've wanted to connect with my people on the other side of this camera for a long time. But I've never built connections with people because I truthfully never thought the connections were out there that were worth that, right? And I'm a very, like my dad, very hard-hearted and hard-skinned, tough-skinned person. But it doesn't mean that there aren't good people out there that deserve my time and that have time that I don't also deserve from them too, right? So the connections that we're building, I want y'all to know how important they are to me, right? The investment that I will put into them as well. You can ask my best friend Jake. I have one or two true best friends in this world, and those are about it. But I truthfully do feel, that I can build those connections with y'all. And I know that's off the wall, right? But it's always going to be this way on this pod for everybody watching. Like, this is family, community, and what LSU brings to the table for us is more than just those 3 letters on the chest, right? It truthfully is connections that will be a lifetime. So to know that you're a Braves fan, to know that you've seen that, I wouldn't have known that if we had never met or never connected through this camera, right? And so I want to say I appreciate you guys for that and giving me this opportunity to do an episode, having a podcast, right? I could have done it alone, but I didn't want to, right? And so I appreciate you guys for being open to coming onto the show. Building my expertise in LSU baseball is what's going to happen through this connection, and AP, you're going to give me some of them vibes, some of them New Orleans vibes that I've never really gotten because my dad always kept me out the city, right? If it wasn't
Pops,
Ritter,
we
I
gotta
probably
change
wasn't
that.
there, or BR, it probably wasn't there, right? But I appreciate y'all fellas a lot. So yeah.
Nah, man. I
Bro,
mean,
Austin,
it goes.
hold on,
Yeah.
hold on, AP.
Hold up.
You
Go
gonna have
ahead.
to wait
Go
for
ahead,
this. I gotta say something. You gonna have to wait. I want you to stay real quiet when I say this. First off, Austin, bro, and I'll be honest, you're the first person I've ever messaged on social media that I didn't know. And
Yeah.
it was really awesome for you just even take the time to message me back and us converse what we talked about.
Yeah.
And I'm happy it's going into this. And dude, I can't tell you how appreciative I am for you having me on here for this first show.
Yeah.
Just like you, like my wife will tell you, she tells you all the time, you need to go on a radio broadcast. But probably similar to you, my first thought was, who wants to hear my opinion? Right. But I wouldn't have been on here if it wasn't for guys like you reaching back out, and then guys like AP. And I'm gonna shift you to AP. I didn't say this earlier, AP. Thank you for having me on your show. I had a great time. It's been awesome tonight. This has been a blast. But AP, you weren't the first. But I tell you what, there's two things great about you. One, we're always 1 degree away from Lane Kiffin now. We all know that.
Right.
Two, AP has that Reverend Go is not only for his rants and his tangents, but AP is not single handedly, but taking different strands of rope in this net, doing the LSU baseball bottle of holding rope and bringing this community together. He's brought Zombie Bob and Daniel over to ATG with Zach, me, you, David Billiot. He's saying, hey, whoa, hey, we got enough room. Come on.
Yeah.
And AP, what you're doing, everyone's going to tell you thank you and appreciative. Everyone truly means it. You're doing a great job. Without you, I wouldn't be sitting here doing this. Nobody would know my crazy takes about baseball. And I said, DMs are open.
Yeah.
But AP, thank you very much for what you're doing for this community.
Yeah.
Tell Lane we said hi. And again,
For all of us that
AT,
aren't as famous, my brother.
thank you again, brother. It's been great. We're gonna, and I'm holding AP to a watch party. I'm about to zoom you in.
Oh yeah, I'm coming.
And we're gonna.
That's not.
Yeah.
More than once. Like, you don't have to tempt me with a good time. Like,
go have a crawfish bowl, do it like a Saturday, big SEC
opening
game.
Weekend wasn't the same weekend as Endymion and Valentine's Day. I probably would have been there Saturday. Like, you know, like you
prices
don't have
are
to
crazy right now.
Yes, they're nuts.
And I was going to say this too before AP goes, and we're talking about opening weekend, LSU, Clemson, things like that, outside of just the game. So I have a family vacation I'm going on. I think at that right.
Oh no, we were talking about baseball. We were talking about opening weekend for baseball.
Opening weekend.
I mean,
I'm for LSU Clemson, right? I may try and get down that way because I'm also going to be going to Galveston literally like 4 days after that because we're going on a family cruise. I could be a little off on that.
With a good time
because I might be on a cruise and my mom knows it's like a sin to be anywhere but at the house or at Death Valley for a game, right? But if I am in town, I'll
help you with that. I've made that mistake before, and I'm making it again. I'm gonna actually be on a cruise and breaking news. Everyone, there's two Saturdays that I'm gonna be on a boat because my family wanted to do an 8-day cruise.
Yeah, same
for our vacation this year.
I swear, if we
end
up
we
in
leave on Saturday, we leave.
Oh no,
that Tennessee and Arkansas.
Okay,
the last two.
That's fine.
They're away games. So
Josh Hopper's gonna have a heart attack before that game anyway.
Exactly. So like we'll like I'm already confident like we'll be like we're out the woods. All the big games, they're the last two games, they're away games. I can be gone.
Yeah.
But I am gonna need y'all help during that week, and I'll talk to y'all about that later because my wife. This is how invested my wife is. My wife said, "What the hell are you gonna do with your podcast on the cruise when we leave?" I said, "Baby, it's February." She said, "I know, but you gotta start thinking about that now." So whenever I say we, trust me, I'm talking about my wife, and I know. Look, she's gonna sit here every episode that we recorded tonight. She's gonna go back and watch. That's my biggest supporter. So
don't be too hard on me. My first 2 times, AP's wife. Please don't be too hard on me.
She loves it. Her name's Toya. That's my baby. That's my girl. It's funny, Austin. You call yourself AT. I have an A and a T tatted on my chest right here for me and my wife.
Yeah,
a logo I made, and it's funny. This has been tatted on my chest since I was 19 years old.
Yeah.
All right. So that's my heart. It's my soul. Her initials are over here. I got another tattoo on me for it. Like that is my baby. That's my heart. That's my soul. So when you talk about community, you thank me. I wouldn't be doing this without her and without her encouragement. And I thank God for giving us this opportunity to meet, fellas. This is not.
I need that hat.
This is not a me thing. This is not a me thing. This is a us thing.
Yeah.
And I'm so thankful for people to be able to see that Louisiana can come together.
Right.
I've talked about this off camera with several different people. Yes. Do we have a tattered history? We do. Do we have things that we struggle and don't get right a lot? We do.
Right.
Do we have a moment right now where we can start coming together and building a community that people can really be comfortable and thrive behind? We do. Because we all share common interests. And in this moment, that's all coming together. And I would be remiss to say or not take the chance to do something about that.
Yeah.
I want to see people like you all in my circle coming and sharing and breaking breads and talking ideas and concepts and theories behind the school that we are so passionate behind.
Right.
And then let that venture off into other things. Like the name of my show is Timeouts and Tangents because, yeah, it starts as sports, but it doesn't end there.
Right.
We all have different perspectives. We all walk different walks of life. We all have different journeys, but it doesn't mean that we don't share a commonality and a common thread. And
Yeah.
I can't thank you guys enough for allowing me to share this space with you and then supporting me in this journey. Because what the hell am I if nobody's listening? I'm just another black dude turning on the camera screaming.
I ain't Kevin's best friend.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell y'all a true story. I'm gonna tell y'all a true story. Okay,
You're his recruiter in New Orleans. You're his car recruiter.
I will be the guy for you, Coach. You will hear it here first. I got Bryce Brown on speed dial, even though I know you can get to him a lot faster than I can.
That will be clipped and that will be posted.
He will hang up on you as soon as that phone call comes in.
Right, legitimately.
One has a bag. One has.
That's AP. We'll talk to him in a little bit.
So, but true story. When Lane reposted the tweet I sent out, my goofy ass didn't even know. I'm sitting up here at this computer that I'm sitting right now. And I'm looking at my tweets and I'm looking at the notifications just lighting up. I'm like studying the analytics because me and Austin a couple weeks ago got banished to the shadow realms of Twitter.
I'm right now.
Are you?
And
Bro, I'm posting the days. I'm like, we got 8 national championships for 8 days. I'm going to go back towards the latest, give history on it. I thought it'd be cool. Nobody's seeing it. And it's just part of it, I think.
It just happens. And I dug deep into like why the algorithm does certain things. Like I learned a whole lot. And when it happened at Austin, I was able to like educate him on it too. It's why you saw like
I was at the front door of my job and this man calls me and this is what I'm saying. It was important enough. My wife calls me at work. I answer. My mom calls me at work. I love you, Mom. I don't. He called me at work. I answered. Like what? And I'm standing at the front door listening.
Let him tell you how he found out.
So I'm sitting up here like I've been really closely monitoring my account because I don't want to get banished to the shadow realm again.
Gosh, yeah.
So I'm watching the analytics and I'm paying attention to the views and the interactions and everything. And I posted something that I expected to do numbers. And I posted something else and I was like, all right, that was just literally a throwaway joke. I wasn't even thinking about it at all. It was just like, hey, Kevin Smith is always smiling, right? Before you know it, I'm getting so many likes and reposts off of that tweet versus the video I posted that was doing like 2,000 views. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? So Paul messages me and he's like, man, stop acting like you don't know. Like, he was like, I was like, no, what? He was like, oh, so you missed a big time now. I was like, what the
I didn't say that.
About,
I didn't say that.
Hold on, I'm gonna go back to it.
I'm pulling it up right now. I'm pulling it up right now.
I'm pulling it up.
I said, hold on.
Say, man, somebody noticed. And I said, notice what? He said, someone reposted your post. I said, what?
You said, what? Who? Right. I was like, you jackass.
Like you know.
I was like, who? Like, who the hell are you talking about? And then he sent me a screenshot of Lane reposting the post. And I said, are you serious?
I said, stop acting dumb.
He said, stop acting dumb. I said, oh shit, are you serious? And then he said, "No, I'm not." He's like, "I'm not good at AI, bud." I was like, "What? Are you kidding me? That's just crazy." He was like, "You reposted it 15 minutes ago. You seriously didn't know?" And he was like, "Well, this may sound corny, but I'm happy I was able to bring it to your attention." And then I realized in the same moment I wasn't even following Paul. Like I hadn't even hit the button to
That's
follow
messed up.
Paul, and I felt so bad.
And I was at
So
work. So I'm sitting at work and I pull up my phone and I go, huh. I was like, okay, let me hit him up, say what's up. And he's like, I know he's lying. He was playing the shit out of me.
bro, I didn't know.
All right, go.
I did not know. And look, and like I said, not corny at all. I've been watching
No.
the game and getting my shit together for my stream tomorrow night. I didn't even realize that either that's why I had to fix that. I was like, I can't believe that. I was stammering for words because I was just like fucking shocked. Like, I can't believe that at all, bro. Crazy. I'm wondering why this post is just blowing up my phone. I'm serious. I'm sitting up there looking like my phone is sitting on this desk, vibrating its ass off. I'm seeing it. What the hell happened?
Trying to
make
work, man.
It never came up. So then it happened again.
Oh no, this is where he big dogs me now. Hold on a second, ATO.
That's crazy.
So I texted him.
Big dog.
I sent him a screenshot. I said, bro, he just did it again. Thinking like whatever. He goes, he did and followed. Dropped the mic. That's all he did. He did and followed. And I was like, like, I'm a peon. It's all cool. Like, I got it. I'm a baseball guy.
At 9 o'clock, I was going live with Zombie Bob and Team Go. Like, I was literally going, like, when you sent that message, we're going live. So I'm typing and I'm sitting up here like reacting, like I can't even like really overreact because I'm about to get on this pod. I'm sitting up here like I'm looking at the screen like this.
Bro, I've been sitting on the screen going,
and look,
who's the winner now, pussy? That's what I would have been doing.
Look. I keep my AirPods in for every stream. I left my AirPods upstairs, so I'm sitting up here. I'm like, oh my god, fucking Lane Kiffin followed me. Like,
out,
like, and then my notifications are just lighting up. I'm just like, Lane Kiffin. So I go upstairs, like, ah, shit, I need my AirPods. It's 8:59. So you message me right at 9 o'clock. I run upstairs, grab my AirPods, throw my AirPods in. I'm talking to Daniel and them, and I'm typing the message out to you. I'm like, he didn't followed. I'm telling them, like, Lane Kiffin just followed me, y'all. Like, I don't know what the fuck to do. I don't know how to handle this. And they're like, man, if you gotta go, we understand it. Like, I was like, no. I was like, I gave you all my word. I'm getting on.
You gotta go.
What you gonna go do?
Right,
the lane signal is up.
Right, like go back and do what? Fire up a pod and talk that Lane followed me? Like, nah.
He wants me to go talk to Bryce Brown.
Right.
I gotta go to Bryce's house now.
Right. Let me go to Bryce right now. Like, that's what he wants me to do. So, like, Paul is the one who let me know that Lane was even looking at my stuff. So this is the community that I'm talking about. Like, this is what I've been hinting at the entire time, is that something happened and now we have a chance to capitalize on it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to miss out on that.
Yeah, 100%.
For none of us.
100%.
For none of us.
Yeah.
We have an opportunity to unify this fan base, to unify this state, and it's bigger than just football. And it's so ironic that of all people, it is Lane Kiffin that gets to lead that charge and do it here at this time. Like, guys, do y'all realize how important that is and just how ironic it is? Him of all people. Yeah. Like, the face of not just the school and the program and the football team, but he's the face of the state right now.
Yeah, 100%.
You can't mention Louisiana without mentioning Lane Kiffin.
100%.
And we have a reason to rally around that. But even in us rallying around that, we have a reason to now come together and really enjoy each other's company and build something that no other fan base can build. No other state can do that. We have a way to open up doors to establish friendships and relationships that no other school can do.
Right. As one of my friends just asked me to talk about Georgia on the podcast. Ain't gonna happen.
Let's talk about Georgia. Let's talk about Georgia real quick.
Thank you for the assistant
We
to the
took
head coach.
Ty Hatcher. Thank you. Georgia
Thank you so
segment
much
done.
because that might be
On
the next
that
OC.
note, thank y'all. Thank
Good
you,
night,
Austin, for
fellas.
having me. I
course.
appreciate you, brother.
Always,
I am
yeah.
excited for the relationship that we have right now,
Yeah,
man.
of course.
And look, fourth and go, timeouts and tangents, and Paul, whatever you and David come up with for y'all podcast, because I know that's some work. Breaking news, everybody. We got some expertise baseball talk coming. And
Oh, it's
the
coming.
rest of Baton Rouge hasn't discovered these guys yet. And I'm telling you, these two young men are the best at talking LSU baseball right now.
Yeah.
And I cannot wait as I'm watching David text in our group on Twitter right now. So Paul will be
Thanks.
looking out for a message. I cannot wait to see what you two put together. The box is gonna be lit. We're going for number 9. And we got some
9
new
is fine.
voices to bring a shine to number 9. So let's do that, baby. Let's
get it.
do it.
Let's get
Good
it.
night, everybody.
Good night, fellas. Appreciate y'all.
Reverend, go out.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.